Well, hey, Miss Brenda, how are you? Welcome tonight. Welcome. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. That's good. That's good. Hi, Tess. How are you doing? Thank you so much. You guys, give me a second. This stuff doesn't, for some reason, my Instagram doesn't want to act right. Hi, Big Deneen. How are you? Hi, T. Marie. Yeah, it's hot up in here. You guys probably see me sweating on screen. Well, I can't wait to meet you as well. I can't wait to meet you as well. I'm excited. I don't know why Instagram just cuts up. I can't get it to go live half the time. Hi, Davey. How are you? Okay, give me a minute. I'm fighting with Instagram. You'd have to email me and make an appointment with me. The moderator is going to put out that information. Just look for my email and then thank you. Just wait till my moderators come on. And when my moderators come on, they usually put the information up there for you if you want to make an appointment with me. And then when you email me, I'll send you information on my fees. How are you doing, A. Robinson? How are you? I don't know why Instagram's cutting up. Hi, Lynn Smith. How are you? Let me get this thing going. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why this thing doesn't want to come on live. Let me just hit live without a title and see what happens. This happens every time I come on. Oh my gosh. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Christine. Hi, Jane. How are you? I'm hot. Washington is hot. Washington is having a heat wave and it's being so disrespectful. It is so hot. It's like it was 108, I think, today. I'm not sure. And Washington ain't got no business acting like a southern state. Washington is a northwestern state, and they got the nerve to act like a southern state. And tomorrow it's supposed to be like 114 degrees. Y'all know Washington houses are not built with air conditioners in it. And so it is hot. Yes, it is hot. Oops. It is hot. So you probably hear like my condenser blowing. I got an air conditioner. Hey, Miss Ellen, I know, girl, it's hot, ain't it? It don't make no sense. Washington is being real disrespectful right now. I need Washington to be who it's supposed to be, a northwestern state by the water. And it got the nerve to act like a southern state, trying to be 100 and something degrees over here. It don't make no sense. But see, the nice thing about southern state and Florida and all those states is the fact that your homes are built with air conditioner in it. Our homes are not built with air conditioner in it. So we have to like go buy one, and it's not, it's disrespectful. It's Washington being real disrespectful to us. Hey there, Kim, keeping it moving in the DMV because it never gets that hot in Washington. And then when we have like little hot spells, um, girl, I got a condenser over here with ice at the bottom of it, and it's so hot. I think my condenser is like, girl, you on your own. But it never gets that hot here in Washington for a home to have air conditioning in it. And then our summers don't last that long. But see, the nice thing about Miami is you can walk inside and turn on your air conditioner. Yeah, but see, you can walk inside in Texas and get in the air conditioner. Ain't no air conditioner. It's hotter in the house than it is outside. Oh, see, in Holland, no air conditioning. Yeah, so like us, we would have to go to a. I don't even know if the hotels got air conditioner. I think they do. I was gonna broadcast from my car, but I was like, I didn't have enough time to set my equipment up because it's hot, y'all. I was gonna sit here and talk to you guys in the dark, and it don't make no sense. Okay, y'all, my thing don't want to act right. Hold on, I don't know what's going on with this stupid Instagram. I've been trying to come on live on Instagram for the longest. I don't know what's happening. Y'all give me just a second. I don't know what's happening here. I gotta take my phone apart. Thank you, Telsha. Thank you, Telsha. Because it's hot. Don't make no sense. Washington is so disrespectful. Don't make no sense. Now give me a minute. I'm trying to come on live on Instagram, but Instagram is cutting up. Okay. Y'all give me just a minute. This happened last time. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. I always have problems getting on here. It don't make no sense. Y'all give me a second. Don't make no sense. And then when you're hot, you get frustrated. You know it's too hot to be fighting with Instagram. Don't make no sense. Oh my God. Hold on a minute. Hold on just a minute. I don't know what's happening here, y'all. Give me a minute. This happens every week, and it seems like it get worse every week. Every time I try to get on Instagram. I don't know what's happening here. Now give me a minute. I don't get it. Hold on a minute. Y'all forgive me. Forgive me. Every week I'm going. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. It's just, we might not be coming on Instagram tonight. We might not be coming on Instagram tonight because it won't let me come on live. I don't know what's happening here. Forgive me, y'all. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Y'all tell me what's going on with Instagram. Yeah, Instagram being disrespectful too. I don't understand. It won't let me turn on the live. I don't know what's happening. And I'm on both of my telephones and it doesn't do it. I don't know what's happening, y'all. Forgive me. Now give me a minute. I don't know what's going on. We might not be on live tonight on Instagram. So I ain't gonna see him fight in the room hot. Yeah, we won't be on live in Instagram. So anybody over there on Instagram, let them know we will not be coming on Instagram tonight. I'm tired of fighting Instagram. I'm trying to get it to come on. It won't come on. It's being disrespectful. It's too hot to be trying to argue with Instagram. My top lip is wet. Don't make no sense. Y'all forgive me. If it don't work this time, forget it. We off. Okay, let me turn on. I did log out and log in. I was gonna shut the phone down, but it'll take me too long to come back on. So let me just turn on let me turn on Clubhouse, y'all. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I ain't got time to argue with Instagram. And we ain't got time for Instagram to be disrespectful either. We ain't doing disrespect today. It's too hot. Okay, let me make sure my earphones are on. Make sure my earphones on. I apologize. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank y'all so much for being patient with me. Thank you for being patient with me. Next time, I'll just try to log on to Instagram before I come on instead of sitting here wasting your time. Okay. Now I got to see which one of my earbuds are on. Hold on. Make sure both of them are not on at the same time. They're both on at the same time. Oops. All right, let me turn this one on. I'm sorry, y'all. This will happen when you got too many devices. All right, let's try this again. We'll try this again, okay, y'all? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How's everybody doing? You doing all right? You guys doing all right? Telsha, you cutting up. See, Telsha, you need to be down there in Dallas with me. You go to Dallas. And Telsha like to laugh. It don't take very much to make Telsha laugh. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm ready to come on your Clubhouse. Y'all come on Clubhouse if you want to come on Clubhouse, okay? Let me put it over here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for being so patient with me. I'm going to lean back into the wind back here because it is hot, y'all. Can you tell I'm sweating? You see all that sweat? Don't make no sense, huh? Woo, it's hot up in here. Everything is doing well. Thank you so much for asking. those of you that would like to join me on Clubhouse, you're welcome to join me on Clubhouse. And well, hello from France. Hello there, France. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. It is hot, y'all. Please forgive me. You know, you guys better be thankful that I'm professional, because I'll sure pull this wig back some. You're sitting here with my wig half on, but we're gonna be professional because we got professional people watching. So tonight, hi, Miss Christine. So those of you that would like to join me on Clubhouse, you're welcome to come over to Clubhouse as well. I'm gonna broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So I won't be on Instagram tonight because I can't get on Instagram. It won't let me. It won't let me log on and well, I'm logged in, but it won't let me come on live. So I'm just gonna be on these, and it's too hot for me to fight Instagram. Hey there, Faren and Sharima and Tess, how are you guys doing? So it's too hot for me to fight with Instagram tonight, and I'm leaning back trying to get some air. So I don't think you guys can hear it. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I realized, like, when I was looking back at some of my recordings, I was talking really, really loud. Y'all let me talk so loud. So, but tonight I wanted to go back and revisit a topic that I have discussed. Hi, Miss Alicia. I want to go back and revisit a topic. Hey, Toya. A topic that I have discussed on a video previously. This was a topic that I had on one of my videos. I don't know if I did a live on this or not, but this is something that keeps coming up. And a lot of times, hi, Tyree. And Jane, and a lot of times this keeps coming up, the smear campaign. And most people are like, okay, first of all, what is the smear campaign and why do they smear? What is the purpose of smearing somebody's name, right? And so the smear campaign, are my moderators on here? I know Telsha's on there. Where's Just Be Real and Miss Chat? And I don't know if Stevie Banana's on there. Hi, Aisha, I think it's Aisha. Hopefully I got it right. See, Telsha. But I wanted to go back and revisit the smear campaign. First of all, let me explain to you, like, when the smear campaign starts. Most people think that the smear campaign starts like as you guys are breaking up. The smear campaign happens usually during the time of the devaluation. Remember, you know, you have the top of that little circle. They idolize you. So you're the best thing since sliced bread. They tell everybody all this wonderful information about you and how wonderful you are. Usually as they start getting toward, you start losing that new leather smell, and you start losing value to them because they can't get a reaction out of you like they used to. 9 times out of 10, you have now started to hold them accountable for stuff. You know, you don't call, you need to check in. Why are you leaving? You know, a lot of them don't mind the girlfriend stage or the boyfriend stage. They don't want the marriage stage. They don't want the responsibility stage that comes with a relationship. And so what ends up happening is that when you start holding them accountable, when, you know, they used to tell you lies and you used to just be so smitten with them that you'll just believe anything that they say. Or you listen to what they say. You may not have interrupted them, but now it gets to a point where you may call them out in a respectful way. Or you start to pick up on their flaws, and they're not perfect anymore. Or, you know, hey, when you go somewhere, at least call me, let me know. You know, to them that aloha. I'm talking about aloha. But what happens is now you're holding them accountable. Now you're holding them accountable and responsible for their behaviors. You're also holding them accountable and responsible in the relationship. If you guys are going to be in the relationship, you know, you got to pay bills. You need to do this. You need to do that. You're tired of carrying the weight. Now you've stepped up and started saying stuff. So at this time, they begin to devalue you. They start to devalue you. And in that devalue stage, you know, now they start to dislike you because you're holding them accountable. So what they do is number one, they'll start slowly telling people things that you're telling them. Like if they're irresponsible with money, if they're irresponsible, let's say they're irresponsible with money, they don't know how to pay bills. You know, you may say something to them. You may tell them that, you know, in a relationship, it's you call me, we stay accountable to each other, anything. What they'll do is they'll take what you're saying and they'll start telling people that's what you're like. So they project themselves onto you, but they tell other people that this is what you're like. Because number one, I guarantee you that someone else has said it to them. Someone else has said something about them, about, told them that they're irresponsible, may have told them they're irresponsible with money, may have told them that you have good ideas, but you don't know how to open a business or do something with a business, and so all of a sudden they start telling other people about you, but what they're telling about you is what they are themselves. Other people have said it, you have said it. So it's just a constant, it's almost like a constant confirmation of what they are. And they're telling people you're like that. Number two, they also want to discredit you by trying to make it seem like you have mental health issues, something is wrong with you, to make you sound crazy, to make you look crazy, to make you feel crazy. And so they want to discredit you because they know that there's a possibility you may say something to someone. You may discuss the relationship with someone, and they try to make sure that anybody in your circle listens to them as they're telling their story about you. They'll tell you sad stories about, if you listen to them about their old supply, the one that used to be in a relationship with, and they'll tell you things like, oh, this person was, they had a baby or they got pregnant by my best friend. And it may not have been that way. They actually were the perpetrator, where they actually were the ones who had an affair with somebody else's wife or husband. And the story that they're telling you is actually their story. They may tell you how awful people have treated them. I do all this for people, and people always stab me in the back. Every time I do this, this is always what happens. In actuality, if you listen to them, that is their story. That's what they do. Number 2, 3, whatever number we're on. Another thing is they smear your name, like, for example, in the courtroom, and in the courtroom, they smear your name because they're trying to get people to believe everything that they say in order to win over you, that you're the crazy person. See, they're smart enough to play. They're not smart. They just been in the game long enough where they play chess with you. They know your moves because they've been with you for a long time. So they know the moves that you're going to make on that chessboard. And so when you make certain moves on that chessboard, they already know what you're going to do. They already know what you're going to say. And so they'll take that and they put you in a court, like in a court situation. And when you get into a court situation, everything that they predicted that you were going to do is exactly what you're going to do to fight them back. Now you're fighting back to protect your reputation, to fight back, to prove that they're wrong. And especially those of you in a court situation, you don't go into a court situation to keep fighting them. You give the information to the lawyer and let the judge see them act the fool. Let the judge see what they're doing. Judges, it was Judge Toller that said, many people try to come in and try to prove a person to be a narcissist or whatever she was saying. I don't know if she said narcissist, but too many people try to come into the court to try to prove to the court that the other person's crazy or, or they're high conflict or dysfunctional. And what she said is that your best bet is to come in with the facts and let them act the way that they act, because the judges are not stupid. The judges will pick up on the behavior. The judges can see. But if you keep fighting back and forth with them, trying to protect yourself, the judges get tired of playing referee. And then they just put the hammer down, put that gavel down. And then they give, I'm tired of this. I'm not ready. You come in here and we're doing law. We're not doing emotions. We're not doing fighting. So a lot of you guys, the same thing that I tell you in coaching, I said, stop arguing all the time. Give the facts to the lawyer. Let the lawyers and the judge see the behavior of that narcissist. Stop falling into that game. Stop falling into that game. They're smearing your name in the court. That's why you hear them always say, hey, can you get a mental health assessment? Can you do this right here? Can you pull these records up right here? Can you pull these records up right here? But you got to remember, it's a game. It's a game. Smear campaign is a game. Number 15, 20, whatever number I was on. You have to remember that they're setting the stage because they know that you're going to tell. They know that you're going to tell. Everybody that's ever been in a life with in a relationship with a narcissist, they know they've gotten out the relationship and told their story. But they were able to convince enough people, enough of their flying monkeys, that you're the crazy one. They've a lot of times they don't even allow you to get close to their family. They let you get just close enough, but not close enough. Put it that way, if that made sense. And so what ends up happening is once they leave out of the relationship, like I said in another video, their families have become flying monkeys. And because the families have become flying monkeys, They may hold money over their head. They make sure that they pay bills. They make sure that they do this. So basically what they're saying in so many words is you better side with me. You better support me at all costs because we're family, or I cut this money off. I'll support you. But they feed them information. They feed them information like she never liked y'all in the first place. He never liked you in the first place. He had the nerve. Now check this out. There's one in particular that I remember talking to someone about, and what they were saying is because he came out of an impoverished background, and so the family is still in poverty, and he has climbed the corporate ladder. And what he did, he always kept a divide between the family because he forced the family on each other. But at the same time, what he did is when he and the spouse divorced, he fed information to the family that she used to talk about you guys. She had no respect. She tells people about you guys. Everything that he said about his own family is what he said that the ex-spouse said about the family. So he smeared that. So there's no way that the spouse could ever stay in good graces with the family, though they have children together. But so they don't stay in good graces with the family because of the fact that he knows that they know the truth and the spouse knows the truth. But because of the fact that he throws money out there to them, it keeps them obligated, and it keeps them, how do I say it? It keeps them obligated, but it keeps them, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? It keeps them obligated, or it keeps them loyal to him. And so the spouse says she reached out, talked to the family, but you can tell how the family treated her was like they kept her at a distance. When they used to be very close, they kept her at a distance. They kind of handled her in a distance. And she knew, she said, I already knew at that point in time that he had already filled their head up and their ears up with a whole bunch of garbage. And everything that he done said to his family about me was everything that he said about his own family. And narcissists are vicious because they smear their own families. They dog their own families out. But when push come to shove and they break up with the former spouse, they'll take everything that they've ever said and tell the families that that's exactly what you said. So that's the smear campaign. You got to remember, though, they try to keep the family close and try to keep you away from that family. Because number one, they both know the story. And you got to remember when you got, and that's why I tell you guys, be careful when it comes to family, because there are some families that don't care either or. They're just, they love both of you and they love the children and they don't want to have anything to do with that. And then there are some families that, thicker than a snicker, and they'll fight. They're flying monkeys. They'll fight for the narcissist. They'll make you look bad. They'll repeat everything that narcissist says. And 9 times out of 10, they don't have any evidence of what the narcissist says. They're just going by what the narcissist says, because guess what? That narcissist trail, he throws that little money, throw crumbs of money to them. $100 could mean a lot to a person that's impoverished. And so, that's how they manipulate. Excuse me, guys. Ice water. Woo. But you got to, but they're devious. They're facetious. They are just, there's no words that I can just explain without just being ugly when I say what I say. And you have to remember, and I know it's hard for a lot of people who have come out of these relationships with narcissists. I know it's very hard because you don't see them as a person. You don't see them as a human being. They are human, and they're humans that have been abused, misused, molested, rejected, abandoned, and they ended up turning inward. That's the sad part about it is. And like I said, on a forum I was on the other night, one of the, I was in a class, I enrolled in a batterer's course to get my certification in batterer's treatment. Now, I never had the intention of working with batterers, but I just wanted to hear what they taught about the batterers. And as you guys hear all the time, not all people that have been abused will abuse. Or not all people that not all people that have been sexually abused will sexually abuse. But I guarantee you, like they said, If you talk to the ones that abuse or sexually abuse, all of them have been sexually abused or abused. So if they're abuser or they're sexually abusers, 9 times out of 10, they have been abused or sexually abused. And some of the stories that I heard concerning the batterers, and I think you guys heard me say it on another when I was speaking on another video, or I was speaking on another live, where the guy was telling us about this batterer who, the guy was a narcissist. And what happened was, is when he was a little baby, probably no more than maybe like a year old, the parents used to put him in like a bag, like a burlap bag, and put snakes in the burlap bag and then hang them up on a clothesline. And so this 1 year, I think he was 1 year old, or maybe younger than 1 year old, maybe 1 year old. Imagine 1 year old, probably about this big. And so not about this, yeah, about this big. And he's fighting in the burlap bag because he's petrified of these snakes. He doesn't know what these things are, these snakes, and he's in a burlap bag, and he's fighting for his life inside the burlap bag while his family is laughing. So this guy turned inside, and when he turned inside, he shut down all the emotions, because emotions are dangerous. He had been so petrified, he was so horrified, it shut down all emotions and he stopped feeling. And he was an abuser, but he was vicious. He was vicious to a point where I think he ended up going to prison, because he was doing some vicious stuff. But he was a batterer. He was court ordered to go to batterer's course. But the instructor said, that when you have batterers in there, you know, a lot of them, and we didn't say narcissist. This was years ago when I went to this course, and we didn't use the term narcissist. But what he did say is, he said a lot of these batterers will never be healed. He says they go to the classes, we give them the information. He said, but most of them will reoffend. He says, and most of them will not be healed. What he didn't know at the time, at the time we were, talking about it now, is that a lot of them ended up developing narcissistic personality disorder. A lot of them ended up developing antisocial personality disorder. And at the time it was psychopath, sociopath, other disorders, because it was all based in trauma. If you look at the cluster B personality disorders, they're all based in trauma somewhere. Somewhere they have been traumatized. Narcissist has been traumatized. And they do everything for the purpose of survival. They cannot handle insults. They cannot handle constructive criticism or criticism whatsoever. They cannot handle you seeing, when their mask falls, they're idolizing you and you're idolizing them. And then you discover they have faults. And you remember, they create this facade, of perfection. They created this facade. They live in this bubble and they create this facade. And you have picked up on things that they're no longer perfect. And, and you realize they're not perfect. And you start to realize they got issues. And some of you may say, okay, he or she got some issues. They got some issues, like for real issues. And some of you are bold enough to say, you got some mental health problems. You need a counselor. You need to get some therapy. Something ain't right. Something not right in here. Now think about it. They'll take everything that you just said, because you have caused a narcissistic injury. They'll take everything that you have just said and they'll tell people that's you. And then they're so good at how they persuade. Remember, they persuade you. Remember, they use their charisma. They use their charm. They use their persuasiveness, and they convince you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have dated anybody like them or married anybody like them. But they have that gift of gab, and they persuade you and they charm you. And so imagine with that smear campaign, they charm a lot of people, because think about it, they sound credible. They've taken up your language. You could be a nurse, a doctor. You could be a physician. You can be a lawyer. They adapt your language, and they take, or say if you're a therapist, and you start making comments like, you really need to seek some therapy, because I think that you have cluster B personality disorder. I don't know which one it is, but I know you're dealing with PTSD. Now, some of you guys talk too much, and all you're doing is feeding them information. So guess what they do? They take that information, and then they tell everyone that that's you. That is you. And now all of a sudden you're the narcissist, or you're the one that has borderline personality disorder, or you're the one that has PTSD. Well, what they didn't tell was, is they're the one that caused the PTSD or the complex PTSD with you, And a lot of you go into relationships And I know this is not, you know, at one point in time, the generations were different. It's not like it used to be back in the day. It's very, you know, it's very, very different than how it used to be back in the days. And people are going into relationships and you're giving them 100%. You're trusting them the moment you meet them. You know, I'm just going to trust you until you prove me wrong. That ain't how you go into a relationship. You don't go into a relationship giving somebody 100%. When you go into a relationship, you go into the relationship a little skeptical. And you got to be careful. Be careful when people are playing on your emotions and they're telling you, you know what, I know that you've been through some things, but you know, you can trust me. You can trust me. You can trust me. Okay, if you keep on telling me that I can trust you, that lets me know I don't need to trust you because you keep trying to convince me to trust you. Be careful what you say. Exactly. Be careful what you say, because what you say could be used against you, not just in the court of law, but in life in general. And so the smear campaign is really to cover themselves, to make sure that everybody doesn't see the real them, to set themselves up so that they get a head start so that people will believe them over you. So by the time you tell the story or by the time you say something, they've told them what you're going to say. And what you're going to say is exactly what you were saying to them in the first place. What you say to them is exactly what they are doing. And you're hurt because I'm like, wait a minute, that's him. Wait a minute, you know, that's her. So hopefully that has helped a little bit. I'm gonna let you guys ask some questions, and then I'm gonna switch over here to I was about to say YouTube. I'm gonna switch over here to Clubhouse. And the only reason why I'm going a little fast tonight is because look, y'all, you see me? I'm sweating. It's hot in here. It is so, and this light is not making it any better. I feel like I'm in a studio because it is hot, y'all. It is hot. But you know, you guys ask some questions. Just be real. Who else is on here? Telsha, Miss Chad, whoever else is on here that is one of my moderators. Give me about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna switch over to Clubhouse now and let the Clubhouse people talk to me. See, Clubhouse can't see me, so that means I can walk out of this room and get into some air. But while I'm here, I got this bright light in my face. So you guys ask me some questions. Ask me some questions. Talk to me. Yeah, I won't hurt you. That's exactly what they tell you. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Excuse me, Clubhouse. I'm drinking some water. You might hear it in the earphones, so please accept my apologies. Why would anyone even have to say that they won't hurt you? Exactly. Exactly. Why do you have to announce to me that you're not going to hurt me? Your character should show me. That means that I'm not going to sit here and try to overprove myself to you. I'm going to let you make that decision when you're around me. You say, how can I fully detach from this? I know it's all fake, but okay, I missed that one. But my brain keeps feeling the pain. How can you fully attach? Well, your best thing is to get into some counseling, maybe some grief counseling, some grief and loss counseling. Talk to a counselor about PTSD, complex PTSD, trauma, the effects of trauma. And then once you get those emotions regulated, then find you a good coach that knows about narcissist abuse, and get with a good coach. Why do they hop from city to city? Those are the ones that are not stable. You go from city to city, don't nobody know you. So it doesn't matter what city they go to. Nobody knows them. They can do whatever they want to. Most of them won't get caught because they keep going from city to city. Excuse me. He said, mean that they are. Hey, I think it was Maya Angelou that said, when they first show you who they are, and I have to paraphrase it, when a person first shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And then I think I heard DMX on Facebook. He was saying, you know, when they present themselves to you, when they show you who you are, believe them. If they're a snake, they're a snake. They're an alligator, they're an alligator. You know, if they're a thief, they're gonna steal. They're a thief. Believe when you see some of you guys look at the narcissist, and when you see that narcissist and they do stuff, and you see that they do stuff, you want to justify what they do. Well, no, you know, they probably just had a bad day, you know, so you justify their behaviors, you justify their actions. Don't justify it. Take note. First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. You shouldn't have to keep giving it. Ladies, if a man puts his hand on you, he's going to put his hand on you again. So ladies, if a man puts his hands on you, if he strikes you, if he hits you, he's going to do it again. If he calls you out your name, he meant exactly what he said. It's up to you. The more chances you give them, the more you're training them at what you will accept. The more chances you give them, the more you are training them as to what you will accept. And that's the exact same thing, gentlemen, for the kings out there. If a woman calls you out your name, you know, if they call you anything but your name or the child of God, you know, if they hit you, because women have a habit of hitting men too, and then you know, playing innocent or playing victim, especially a narcissist woman. You know, if they put their hands on you, if they cuss you out, you know, take them for face value. Take them for face value. We're not here to build a bear. We're not here to build an adult. Ladies, you don't get into a relationship trying to build a man. He should already be a man. Men, you should not be going into a relationship with a woman trying to build and raise a woman. That's not your job. That is not your job. Yeah, we don't have time to reconstruct what is it called? Restore a house. This is not an investment. Hey, Tamika, this is not an investment. You don't get into a relationship with a person in hopes to and to my impasse. You can't rescue and save everybody. You don't get into a relationship for the purpose of fixing them or rescuing them. You know, you have to learn how to put up boundaries. Everybody is not your project. And we don't get into a relationship because these people are not projects. If they're not fully assembled when you got them, it's not your responsibility to find the instructions and put them together. That's not your job. Oh, he needs some love. He just needs some love and he'll come out of that. Okay, you end up with a narcissist, another narcissist, another narcissist. So any more questions? Any more questions? I can do. No more Build-A-Bears. No more Build-A-Bears. Exactly. Don't waste your time. Thank you, Miss Kelly. All right. Well, if I don't have any more questions, y'all, I'm trying to get out this hot room. Y'all see my neck, right? So if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna go over to Clubhouse. I have a video on co-parenting versus counter-parenting, and I have another one about parallel parenting. Thank you so much, Miss Bonnie. Thank you. Okay, what is Sherry's question? How do you deal with having kids with a narc? I got a video on that, Sasha. I have a video on that. Let's see. Okay, I don't see her question. I don't see her question. But if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm going to go over here to Clubhouse and talk to them for a few minutes because I got to get out of this heat. It's really hot, y'all. Hey there, Dawn. How are you? If y'all don't have any more questions, I'm going to come over here to Clubhouse, okay? And I don't mean to rush you guys off. I really apologize, but it's really, really hot, y'all. Washington was like 108, 110 today. Tomorrow's going to be like 114 degrees. And so my whole house is real, real hot. And so I need to get out of this room because it's really, really hot. And it's real bad, y'all. It's real bad. There is no air conditioner in this house. And then this condenser that I have to get it back into some clear air. And so, yeah, I look good and hot. My neck is all wet. I apologize, y'all, because I was going to come talk to you guys in the car. So Clubhouse, we going downstairs to the car so I can talk to you guys on Clubhouse, okay? But for all you guys, thank you so much for being here. Even my telephone is hot, y'all. The telephone got hot. Y'all, my telephone is overheating. And if the telephone overheats, you know the telephone will cut off, right? So the telephone is overheating. Yeah, the telephone is overheating. So that's how hot it is in here. So, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get off. Please forgive me. I don't mean to rush anybody off, but it's really, really hot. And so I should have stayed downstairs in the car because I could have just broadcasted and turned the air conditioner on. But it's really, really hot. So I'm getting ready to get off, okay? I love you guys. Make sure you guys go and check out my conference. The conference information was posted by the moderators. When I get off of Clubhouse, go right up underneath the video. It's going to have all the information to register for my conference that is coming up July 31st in Dallas, Texas. Don't wait till the last minute because I have to cut it off. In a few weeks, I have to shut down because I have to get all the numbers to the hotel. It's going to be a meet and greet on the 30th that night at the hotel downstairs from 7 to whatever time they close, 10, I think. They close at 10 or 11. And those of you that can't make it there in person, I'm offering it online on Zoom. So you'll be live with us while we're doing the conference. The more people that you bring with you as a group, the less expensive it is. But I also have VIP. So if you would like to join me VIP, you are welcome to join me VIP. We will be escorted by limousine to a restaurant of my choice. We're going to the Oceanaire, and Oceanaire is by reservation only. So the VIP that I have, the VIP that is coming with me already, the VIP that is already registered, they've received I'm sorry, you guys, I keep touching this on here, but the VIP, they've already gotten an email in reference to the limousines and the reservations that we have. And so those of you that would like to join me, just go to my registration. It will be under my video, and it's in my community tab under YouTube. So once I come off of Clubhouse, I'll go back on, put the thumbnails on the video, and right up underneath it, you'll see the link. And you guys are going to enjoy yourselves. I have some awesome people that are coming out to assist me, Mr. and Mrs. Jeremy and Connie Jones, who are my master and mistress of ceremony, Miss Kelly Ham, Miss Tierra Carpenter, who are my VIP, hostess. Then I have Just Be Real, Miss Charcetta Felton, who with my daughter, Miss Mercedes Bryant, is going to be there to assist you guys. And these ladies are flying in, except for the master and mistress of ceremony and my daughter. But these ladies are flying in to assist me, and I'm so honored. So if you guys want to be there, please come and join me. For those looking for coaching, I'm Dr. Carmen Bryant, and Dr. Carmen Bryant at outlook.com, and you can email me, and I will provide you with my fees for coaching services. And for those of you that need counseling, if you're in the state of Washington, you're welcome to make an appointment with me if I have availability. If not, you can go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. It is vetted. I support it 100%. So if you guys would like counseling, you can go through betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen Bryant. Dr. Carmen, I'm sorry, Dr. Carmen. I'm not one of the counselors, but these counselors within your state, even in Canada. So you can find a counselor. So if you don't have any more questions over on this platform, on the visual platform, I'm switching over to Clubhouse so I can talk to my guests over here on Clubhouse for a few minutes. I love you guys. I'll see you guys this week. I have my big sister, Kathy Gibson. I'm going to interview her on Friday. So we have an appointment for me to interview her on Friday. She's one of the speakers at the conference. And so she agreed to be on Friday. So I'm going to go live on Friday so that you guys can hear from Kathy Gibson. My life is intentional. And then I'll be back on Sunday again. So I'm going to switch over to Clubhouse. You guys have a wonderful evening. You guys go be great while I get out of this little hot sauna box that I'm in, okay? And thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much. The church that I belong to is under Apostle Helen Sadler in Federal Way. You can go look her up on Facebook, Bishop, sir. Thank you so much for being here, Honorable Bishop. Let me look at your name. Honorable Bishop Dr. Sylvia Yarbrough. I am under the auspices of Apostle Helen Sadler, Into His Chambers Global Ministries. You can find her on Facebook. We are in Federal Way, Washington, and you'll get that. You can get the address off of Facebook. I think you'll love her. She's an awesome woman, powerful woman, and she's also my mother. So you guys can go look at for her under YouTube. It's Helen Sadler, Your Destiny Helper. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. And I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye-bye, you guys. All right, to my Clubhouse. Clubhouse, would you like to talk to me about anything? Because it is hot in here, so I'm great. I'm going to be moving around. But you guys, you have any questions for me? Anything anybody want to say? Hey, Miss Karen. Hi, Miss Karen.